Thank you for watching this presentation about karma and reincarnation. This is the first of 4 presentations to explain some concepts included in my book Our Home Called Earth, From Creation to Evolution. And I decided to make this first presentation about karma and reincarnation for 2 reasons. First of all, because it's the most popular concepts here in the Western world, what I call Westerners. And second, because we Westerners tend to copy concepts and borrow concepts from the Far East, the masters of the Far East, and make our interpretation. So why karma and reincarnation? Well, because they go along together. They go together. Karma is what actually creates reincarnation, and reincarnation depends on karma. So I want to clarify also the concept of reincarnation. Regular people like me, we don't reincarnate. We rebirth. Why? Because reincarnation means taking flesh again at will. And people like me, but we don't do that. Our rebirth is driven by karma, not at will. The only beings that actually reincarnate are the Ascended Masters and the Bodhisattvas in Buddhism, because they're ahead of us in their process of evolution. They're capable to choose and decide when, where, how, and why they reincarnate. And that's why it's very important, because they do that from time to time. They come to the physical world because of the love they have for humanity. And they come to bring teachings and information so we can advance our spiritual evolution. But then karma. Karma, for me, is the second most important spiritual or universal law. What's the first universal law for me? Well, first of all, those laws of the universal laws are being set by the source, the primal energy, the creator, or God, if you will. Those laws are set to makes possible for the universe to work. The first important law for me is the law of attraction. And this law is important because it's the one who keeps the universe, the physical universe, or the visible universe together. It's also with the 2 important manifestations like gravity and electromagnetism. Allows us to work in the planet without flying away, but also allows our planets to go around our star, the sun, and our system to go around the universe or the galaxy, and then the galaxy to move around the universe. So think about this. The place that we were yesterday in the universe is different than the place we are right now and the place we're going to be tomorrow. So we are kind of like universal or star travelers. So karma is the second important law. And karma is responsible for keeping the universe working on function. Karma is the law that makes possible to create or manifest the universe, to maintain and sustain the universe, and ultimately transforms the universe. The third law, important law, or universal law, for me is the correspondence, the law of correspondence, which means that our outer world is nothing more than a reflection of our inner world. As within, so without, as above, so below. So this law represents a unique blueprint made by the Creator that makes the universe looks and behave in the same way all the way up from the universal aspect, planets and galaxies, all the way down to atomic particles, microcosmic particles, and all in between. And that's the law that I call love, not love, oneness. That's the law that says that everything in the universe is the same, is one. We are one with everything in the whole universe. The next law is the law of evolution, which states that everything in the universe is evolving and has to evolve. Nothing stays the same. Everything is changing for the better, even human beings. And we have to evolve. There is no option. The only way to go is a spiritual evolution. And the last one is emptiness, which means that all phenomena is empty of its own existence, but exist because of other phenomena. So every phenomena depends on other phenomena to happen. So what's karma? Karma is found, this concept for the very first time in one of the Hindu holy books or Vedas, the Rig Veda specifically. And it's very simple. It means action. But because it means action, it means also that because we humans are acting all the time, we are creating karma all the time. And it's important to point out here that because it's conscious actions that create karma, we create karma when we are awake, not when we are sleeping, because we are not completely conscious when we are sleeping. Same thing as in the intermediate state, we don't create karma. The intermediate state is the state between death and rebirth. The Buddha told his disciple in one of his sutras that we create karma by 3 doors: the mind, the speech, and the body. So that's why we don't have mind or speech or body in the intermediate state. So we don't create karma then. Also means that ever since we were born till we die, we are acting, so we are creating karma all the time. Karma also is mentioned by Lord Krishna when Lord Krishna was the last avatar before the next that we're going to have in the planet. He set up 10 teachings, and the very first one was belief in karma. Just for information, the others teachings that he told his disciple was: don't be a hypocrite, believe in friendship. Whatever belongs to you today belong to someone else earlier, and will belong to someone else tomorrow. Do not weep on the past, do not worry about the future, concentrate on the present, etc., etc. So, how karma works? Well, the best example that I can use is if you take a bucket of water and you drop an object right in the center of the bucket of water, whatever you want, a rock, a marble, a piece of something, you drop that on the water, that action will actually create a reaction. Because there is a law of physics that says that every action in the universe creates a reaction, a result, or a consequence. So, how that happen? When you drop that object in the center of the bucket, that action will create a reaction. Splash down, the energy creates ripples or waves that will go in from the center in all directions to the edge of the bucket. And then what happened? It will bounce back and end right where it started, in the center. That's karma. That's what we call what goes around comes around. But it goes in all directions, which means that every action any action can have multiple reactions. That's why it is said also that when the karma gets back to you, get back multiplied. Let's take this example. If you're driving down the street in your car and then somebody sends you a text over your cell phone, you grab your cell phone and you start texting back to that person. You get distracted. You press the gas pedal and hit violently the car right in front of you. And that car jumped to the sidewalk and killed a pedestrian. What happened then? The people in the car, 4 people in the car, the driver and 3 more, they got hurt. They might be hurt. They might be taken to the ER because they're hurt. And then the guy, the pedestrian in the sidewalk, got killed. So the driver might also face some legal troubles because of that. They might face some medical expenses and get trouble because of that. They're going to suffer. Their family is going to suffer. Maybe some friends are going to suffer. The same thing with the guy that got killed in the sidewalk. They're going to suffer, the family and some friends. So just a single action of being texting in the car and get distracted create a chain reaction that will get back to you at one point, possibly in next lives, multiplied because you're going to add up all the suffering of all those people. So that's the best way to describe karma. Also, that means that for me, I make a distinction what I call minor karma and major karma. And this works in this way. For example, there is a common action that we take all the time. We eat every day. We have to eat. But after we eat, most of the time we have to go and discard the excess of what we ate. That's a natural, common, regular action. And don't create, not make anybody suffering to anybody. But if you eat rotten food or you get food poison, you might have a violent reaction to that. That's what I call major karma, because somebody's going to suffer. Probably you're the one going to suffer. So that's what I call major karma. But then, if you analyze that, you see that, first of all, ever since you were born, you will be creating minor and major karmas. And you're probably making people suffering or suffering yourself. So that's karma that you have to face in next lives. Same thing, that thing that happened to you in this life were actually created in past lives. That's why it's important to understand the law of karma. And it works this way. For example, if you're having financial troubles now, it's because in past lives, your actions create karma that makes you have this trouble now. How that happened? Well, probably you were not responsible with your own finances and now you have trouble with that. Also, you might probably stole money from other people, or you were having the opportunity to help people in need in past lives. You refused to do it. And that people suffer. And if you help them, you can probably make them feel happier, not suffering. So now you're facing the result of those situations. If you're sick, it's because somehow you make other people suffer in past lives. You did something with their physical integrity of other people in past life, made them suffer, or you actually abuse your body in past lives. If you're having trouble with your partners, it's because the same thing. You created that in past life. So, the clue in this is not every time you experience some disturbing situation for yourself, rather than start fighting with the situation that you are facing, you have to be mindful, first of all, that you are receiving what you already created. And then understanding how this works. The same way we talk always about karma, thinking about bad situations that happened to us. And I remember in the past that some people were saying that bad situations is karma and good situations is dharma. That's not true. Dharma is not karma. Dharma is actually the spiritual teachings, the good things that happen to you that help you in your spiritual evolution, the good things that you do to others, helping them in their spiritual evolution. That's dharma. Karma is positive and negative. It's not good or bad, positive or negative, because karma it could be negative, holding you back in your spiritual evolution, or can be positive, helping you to advance your spiritual evolution. So, how karma is created? We have a physical body. When we are born, we start developing a physical body until we die. That body is transformed in some other things. But we also have a subtle body that is not transformed when we die. We take that with us to the intermediate state, and then we bring it back when we are reborn. And in that physical body, we have different systems. We have a cardiovascular system, we have digestive system, circulatory system. Same thing we have in the subtle body, an energy distribution system. That energy distribution system consists of three main channels that run parallel to our spine, and those channels connects all chakras together. Those channels are called nadis in Sanskrit, and the name of the channel, the center channel, is called Shushumna Nadi, the left one Ida Nadi, and the left one Pingala Nadi. And those nadis have a lot of ramifications through our body, called also nadis, that takes energy through more than 72,000 channels in our body to distribute the energy in our body. We're going to talk about that in our next presentation. But those channels connect all our chakras, our 7 chakras, from the Muladhara chakra, which is the base chakra, to the Anahata chakra. Our actions create karma. But what happened with that karma? Well, karma is energy. What that energy goes. But every time you create karma, that karma is stored in one of the chakras, depending on the kind of action. And it is called karmic seeds. For example, if you are a sexual predator, sorry for the example, or have sexual misconduct, and you make other people suffer, that the energy of that karma will be stored in your Muladhara chakra, or the base chakra, the genital area chakra. By the same token, if you are a spiritual teacher or a teacher and you are helping, really, truly helping people in their spiritual evolution, the karma, which is positive, that you're creating, is stored probably in the Anahata chakra or the Kan chakra up here. So all those karmic seeds will be stored in different chakras in our subtle body. But remember, the third law of evolution, the fourth law of evolution, said of important laws. The fourth is the law of evolution, that says that we all have to evolve. Nobody is left behind. Humanity, all we have to evolve. to get to the next step of evolution. But in order to do that, we have to achieve perfection in this plane of existence. How that happen? Well, at one point when you're ready, if you are doing the practices to achieve perfection or achieve samadhi or get enlightened, which is the same, there is a thing that's going to happen that will awake all your chakras and you achieve that perfection. And it's the energy that is in the base chakra, the Muladhara chakra. When you are ready, you're going to ignite, you're going to awake the energy, and that energy is going to rise through the central channels, and we're going to open and ignite chakra by chakra until it gets to the Anahata chakra, the Kan chakra. But for that to happen, all the chakras has to be empty of karmic seeds. Problem is that we've been storing karma for many lives, and we don't know how to clean that up, how to clean the karmas. So that energy start rising. If the karma is empty, the chakra is empty, or the chakras are empty, the chakras going to be open and ignite, and until you get to the Anahata chakra in the crown, and then from the energy that from that chakra, the energy will go up to your higher spiritual principles that resides out of the body, and it will melt your lower principles with the higher principles, and you become enlightened, or you achieve samadhi, or you achieve perfection. But again, for that to happen, the chakra has to be empty of karmic seeds. That energy that rises from the Muladhara chakra go like on a spiral way, going up, awakening all the chakras. That energy is called Kundalini. It's very powerful. It's actually the most powerful energy in our subtle body. It has to be treated very carefully. Cannot be manipulated artificially. So, how do we clean our karmic seeds from our chakras? Well, first of all, recognizing, understanding the law of karma, that all the experiences that we have in life, we created them, and we created them in past lives. So when you face situations like if you're sick, or if you're having financial troubles, or you're having trouble with your partners, with your friends, etc., first of all, you have to understand that that person in front of you is just like a way the universe will use to face you with your own actions. And that person in some way is like a teacher. He's teaching you, you did this, you created this before. So you have to start a forgiving process. Of course, you have to forgive the person in front of you, but not to clean your karma. Forgiveness, same thing as, for example, prosperity and those kind of things. It's important to learn how to work with them from the psychological point of view. You forgive this person in front of you, you work with this situation in front of you, to work with the psychological aspect of that in your mind, and make peace in your mind, and put your mind in a way to go forward clean. However, your chakra is still there, and the karma is still in your chakra. So, how do you clean that karmic seed? First of all, recognizing, because you were the one who created it. Ultimately, the one that you have to forgive is yourself for creating it in the first place. Second, understanding that you won't do it again. You won't create more of that karma again. And the second part of this, which is very important, what I call reparation. Because every time karma is created, the universe go out of balance. And karma is a very fair universal law that treat everyone the same way. Doesn't matter who you are. The karma is going to get you. So, because the action create an imbalance in the universe, there is a disturbance in the force. You have to bring balance back to the universe, and the way to bring balance back to the universe is reparation, because the damage, it was done, and you have to repair the damage. But you won't recognize the person that you probably create the damage in past lives. Or the person, that soul is not back here yet. So what you do is that when you recognize you are sick, you recognize that you're sick because you created that situation in past lives, because you have the opportunity to help sick people in past life, or you attempt on others' physical integrity in past life, or your own body. But now you volunteer to help sick people. And that will create an energy, another energy that will kind of react to the unbalance in the universe, and will take the universe back to balance. Same thing if you are having physical or not physical, financial troubles, where you share what you have with others, with people in need, not people that don't need it. If you give money to people that don't need money, you are not working with your karma. You have to help people in need, and then you will resolve your karma. You will bring universe to balance again. Same with your partners. Understand again that you have to forgive yourself for what you created, and then you have to repair in some way the imbalance that happened when you created karma. And again, that's actually one of the things that I believe happened to Christ, or Jesus Christ, in his crucifixion. He was kind of cleaning the karma left in his chakras before achieving perfection after the resurrection. And remember, after the resurrection, he started for some more years giving teachings to his disciples about all of this. Same thing that happened to Buddha. After enlightenment, he stayed giving teachings to his disciples. And why this is important? Well, because again, the law of evolution said that we all have to evolve, and that nobody is left behind. So there is an old Buddhist story about this master that was going down the road with a disciple, and they were reaching a river, and when they got into the river, the disciple asked the master, I want to get enlightened immediately, as soon as possible. How can I do that? And the master just grabbed the head of his disciple and pushed the head under the water, and started drowning the disciple. The disciple started fighting for his life, and he started to raising his head, trying to grasp from some air, and the master was keeping his face under the water till he released him. And the disciple asked him, "What are you doing? You tried to kill me. Why are you doing that?" And the master said, "I just was answering your question." "How's that?" he asked. "Well, what was the most important thing that you wanted while you were under the water?" "I wanted to have air. I wanted to breathe." And the master told him, when you desire for enlightenment equals the desire that you have for air right there, then you will get enlightened. So it's a matter of will, of desire. So it's important then that karma is a law that we have to understand, to work with, to clean those karmic seeds in our chakras. How would we do that? Well, first, understanding that the situation that we have in front of us and that experience was created by ourselves, and we have to forgive ourselves to create it in the first place. Second, then forgive the person right in front of you to ease your mind, the psychological aspect of your mind. And third, repair that damage that was created before. Volunteering for helping others financially, for helping seniors, for helping sick people, depends on the experience you have. And doing it in a volunteer mode, not string attached. You have what the Buddha told his disciple on the Four Noble Truths, that the problem that we have that don't allow us to evolve spiritually is attachment, and we have to get rid of all attachment to achieve perfection. So I believe I cover mostly everything. I want to share with you things, a guide, a user's guide, karma user's guide, and things that probably you don't know about karma. The first, karma never implies judgment, punishment, or reward. Second, there is no instant karma. You see somebody that do something and immediately something happening back to him, that's all karma. Because karma is an energy that goes out there, and that reaction takes time to mature. Those karma seeds need time to mature in your subtle body, to put together, because when this the time is right, then the universe put together people, puts together situations, put together places, everything, so you can go through the experience back again. The other one is understanding and believing in karma can actually prevent you from future suffering. And the karma can be changed. We're going to see that later. Also, that negative actions cause suffering and positive action leads to happiness. The actions as energy it's never been wasted. And understanding and believing in karma is a good way to eradicate the fire of anger. And when it comes to results of an action, our intention is very important. We're going to see that also. And it is okay that understanding that karma never or not necessarily will help, will overcome our bad habits immediately. It's going to take time. And finally, the gateway to enlightenment itself is a wisdom realizing karma, as I told you how karma works. Okay, can karma be avoided? It's avoidable. We'll see here 6 rules or actions that will show you that the severity of the action or the results will depend of the various factors with the action. First of all, our intention or motivation. For example, if you are driving your car down the street and out of the blue, a kid in a bicycle just jumped right in front of your car and you hit that guy, it wasn't your intention, nor your motivation. That might be something that makes the result of that action avoidable. Also, the nature of the action is not the same, like gossiping about people or killing somebody, one more severe than the other. Of course, the actual action that happens and the basic of the object, we do something that makes somebody to suffer. Also, if we are willing to do it again, repetition. And finally, if you are willing to do it the reverse, to do the opposite of that action. So those are concepts and aspects that will determine the severity of the action. And of course, if you will face the result of that action in future lives. So I want to give thanks to you for watching this video. If you got questions, you can email them to me. My email is victorfontaine@gmail.com. You saw it on the author presentation slide. I thanks for, and I hope that the information here help you understand much better the law of karma, and you can actually understand that if you don't know the law of karma, you are kind of a slave of karma and your actions. When you understand the law of karma, you will become the master. And the most important thing is how you react to what you did in past life, how you react now. And second, realizing that if you create good karma, if you start doing what is necessary for your spiritual evolution, you can create the conditions for in next lives. You are in a better position to evolve spiritually. Like we said in Buddhism, Tashi Delek, which means auspicious future for you, or Namaste to all of you. Thank you very much.